really care right now. I'm trying to concentrate on getting this sorted. No.
The sound's on now. The sound, we can hear the sound.
Ah, okay.
I don't really care right now. I'm trying to concentrate. Yeah, just hearing you saying.
Oh, right, okay. We're back on.
Trying to concentrate. So I think the sound's back on.
Right, okie dokie.
I'll just stay on the line just to see when you.
So apparently I think we're back, hopefully. Even though we weren't supposed to be hearing me in the background, apparently you could hear me in the background. Apologies for that. Good job I didn't swear, really, wasn't it? So, welcome along to this absolute and utter chaos as usual. At least it means I wasn't chatting for too long. So yeah, thank you for all the messages and phone calls, etc. from friends and family. Yes, I know, apologies. It is new equipment and I'm just getting used to it. Very, very kindly donated by a couple of people after last week. And it's not their fault. Their equipment is awesome. It's just user error, basically. Yeah, idiot here. So hopefully you'll be able to hear me all the way through. I don't know what I've done, but I'll work it out afterwards. So apologies for the poor start. But as I've always said, I'm the least professional quiz host in what was Darwin, but now the UK and the world. So hi, welcome. Yeah. We'll try and make sure, I'll turn that down a bit because it looks like it's peaking a little bit. Hopefully that's not as loud in your ears. So welcome, and welcome to the new people who have joined us. Yeah, Gremlins, got me. Thanks. So welcome along. What I was saying, and didn't realise no one could hear a word I was saying before, a lot of new people I saw earlier have joined on from after the news from the BBC this morning, which was unexpected. I've not really approached anyone. It's all come to me, which has been lovely. So, and that again is all down to the support from you guys. So thank you so much as always. I did see a comment while I was trying to sort the microphone out saying round 1 is silent movies. I might do that next week. That might actually be quite a cool round. I'll just sit here and mouth everything and see if you can get the answers. So if you are on a delay, you'll catch up and you'll get the sound back on. I'm not going to restart the stream. I'll fiddle with it later on. On the gin as usual. Oh dear. How's everyone been? It's been a crazy week again, as always, and it's been non-stop, really. As I say, yeah, thank you to... their links are down below. They're probably after this poor start to this. They won't want me to mention their names. But the links are down below. They very kindly reached out to me and said, we can lend you some equipment. So I've been playing around with it all week, thought I got it working, and yeah. I think I've already proven I'm not the most technological person in the world when I set up a Facebook event for friends and it was public and went viral and this happened. So yeah, thanks. Yeah, so good evening, welcome along. We will stop shortly. Obviously, as always, if you are new to us, we do pause for the cheer for the NHS. So we make sure we do that at 8 o'clock and then we come back in. So for those of you who are new, don't panic. I will explain how this chaos and anarchy works, what we've got in store and everything for you after that, after we come back in. So, excuse me. I've just downed half that gin because I was panicking. It's not the start I was expecting. There's 50,000 people nearly already. Hello. Welcome along. Oh dear. So, yeah. I'll give you all the round titles. For those of you who have constantly bombarded my inbox this week asking about Music Round in various guises, some of you saying it's the best round in the world and some of you saying if you put it on again, yeah, we'll never return. It has changed. So, a little bit-ish, possibly. But there is still a Music Round. So, for those of you who are struggling with the Music Round, there is something different in it. For those of you who weren't struggling with the Music Round, you'll still enjoy it. So, yes. Hello to you all. I can't keep up, but hello. It's not a haircut. No, I've just had a shave very, very quickly. No, the hair's still there. It's going to be bald at some point. So, and I've got to stop doing this as well. This was a birthday present from my mum because I've been sat on a dining room chair for the previous 3 weeks and all I'm doing is sort of that. So I need to pin myself to the floor to stop spinning all the way through the quiz. So, we've got about a minute. Obviously, I'm on a bit of a delay. Sorry, you guys are on about a 20-second delay, so I'm going to pause in about 30 seconds. It was one of the comments I got. They said, yeah, you went out at 8 o'clock for yourself, but it wasn't for 8 o'clock for all of us, so we missed it. So I'm going to pause very, very soon. So get yourself sorted, make your way outside, and get yourself out there for the cheer for the NHS and Key Workers. So I'm going to put the holding screen up now. I'm going to mute the microphone and remember to turn it on when I come back in. I'm leaving the microphone on, and because a lot of people like the fact that they could hear it from me as well. So I'm going to put the holding screen up, and I'll see you all shortly after the cheer for the NHS. And we're back. I don't know what it was like where you are, but we had Jerusalem playing over a loudspeaker from somewhere way in the distance, cowbells and all sorts. It was great. So that was quite good, that. Probably the best one yet so far. So, welcome along to everyone. I'll do this a couple of times, sort of for those of you who are new to us, and then also for those of you who are joining us they're not here yet. So what do we do for those of you new? So it's 5 rounds of 10 questions in each round. It's pen and paper. It's play along at home fun. Sorry, I need to remember to sit in front of the mirror because of the light. So it's play along at home fun. A lot of people have been playing against each other on Zoom and WhatsApp and everything. So it is just play along at home fun. Compete with whoever you want. So we go through the questions and the answers. So we go through the questions, go through answers at various points so you can see how you're getting on, etc. Through the quiz. And that's it, pretty much. You don't need to pay to enter. There is a JustGiving link down below. We have been raising money for the NHS for the last couple of weeks. I don't go on about it all the time. We've got a special show, which I'll come on to in the break, with regards to the NHS on Saturday night. I'm quite looking forward to that. But in terms of everything else, it's the JustGiving link's down there. If you want to donate, you're more than welcome to. If you feel that you're able to, etc. So that's down below in the comments. And if you are new and you want to carry on with the quizzes and want to know when they're all on, because we do specialist quizzes during the week, we've got the live quiz now. I've succumbed to you guys, so I always said that I'd do the live quiz on a Saturday night when there was a reason we tried it. So yeah, we've got live quiz now every Saturday and Thursday. So yeah, just hit subscribe. That way you won't miss any of the quizzes when they're on. You'll always get a notification when we're on. I know I hate it when YouTubers do that. Please subscribe. But it does help. It really, really, really does help. Really does help. So yeah, if you do want to subscribe and want to know when we're on, hit that subscribe button. And that's it. That's all the quiz is. It's nothing special. It's nothing massively technological. The answers are on the questions are on the screen. Again, I listen to the feedback on Facebook. It's a fantastic community, that Facebook page now. I've not been on there at all today. I've just had a quick look before I came on, and everyone's answering questions before I had the chance. So it's brilliant. It's absolutely superb, that community. There's a great spirit in there. There's everyone's helping each other out with finding stuff, and because I can't be on there 24/7. Alex is doing a great job with Instagram and Twitter, and some of the things he's been putting up is brilliant. But there is one person, and I hope you'll all join me in raising a glass, but I think the absolute hero of the hour at the moment, and I really do hope that people take notice of the petition. If you haven't seen it, go and find it, to get Captain Tom, to make him a Sir before his 100th birthday. So I raise a glass to you, because what you've done is absolutely superb. The amount of money you've raised, you're an absolute legend in my eyes for that. So congratulations, Captain Tom. I doubt you'd be watching, but congratulations from us here. It's an incredible job what you've done. I'm very, very proud. Oh dear, that is a very nice gin. So good evening, everyone. Welcome along. We'll get started in about 10 minutes' time. And yeah, for those of you who are new, it is just fun. So Saturday night, we are live again. I keep saying we, it's not we. I'm trying to hide behind that. I am live again on Saturday night, and I touched on it sort of briefly on the Facebook page during the week. So we're concentrating, it's a bit of a celebration for the NHS. I've got 5 NHS key workers are going to take over one of the rounds, and they're going to ask some questions instead of me. So they are recording videos as we speak, which is absolutely brilliant. Really grateful for them giving up their time for that. And along with that, we've got 5 celebrities. I don't know how that has happened, but we've now have 5 celebrities who are going to be asking some questions as well, alongside the key workers. Now, for me, the NHS key workers are more the celebrities than the celebrities. I've probably just lost all 5 of my celebs for that, but it's brilliant. And so we'll go live again on Saturday. Slightly later start time, so it'll be 8 o'clock, but I'll still start the quiz around about 20:15. And yeah, the key workers are pre-recording their questions, and celebrities have already started sending them in, and they are they're brilliant, and they want to help us for the worthy cause. So if you're about on Saturday, come and join us. It'll be a bit more different because it's a Saturday night. So instead of it being a more traditional pub quiz, let's have a giggle and a laugh on Saturday. Let's get the beers out and have some fun, and even more so than we do normally on a Thursday night. So yeah, I think I'm quite looking forward to this, because I know what's coming. You guys haven't seen it yet, and I'm trying to sort of play it down, but at the same time build it up, because I'm really, really looking forward to it. One of the celebrities is actually on TV tonight, I believe. And I forgot to check before I came on. I forgot to check whether he is. I know he was on last Thursday. He was on telly with 2 of his celebrity friends. So that's a clue. I'm not telling you who they all are. Some of them are people that you'll probably instantly recognise. Some of them might make you think, ooh. So, and it will be good fun. And I've asked them as well, the celebrities, and also I've not set these questions. So next week, this one round is all set by the celebrity and the NHS key workers. And just on that, we're going to do that every Saturday. So we've got a couple of charities coming up. And we've got a couple of charities coming up over the next sort of 3 Saturdays that we're going to be working with. Alex's is going to be one. So we've got the NHS this week. Alex's will be one the following week. And then there's a charity which I'll talk to you more about, because I don't want to take away the focus. But a charity that's very, very close to my heart and helped me out massively a few years ago. So we just wanted to spread it around a bit as well, and help out some of the others who aren't necessarily getting some of the help that they need right now. So that's our Saturdays. And I've just been watching, just out the corner of my eye, seeing the comments, and I've seen a few of who you think the celebrity might be. I'm not saying. I'm going to leave it as a surprise. If you're not following us on Instagram or Twitter as well, if you're on the Facebook page, I put quite a bit on there. But Instagram and Twitter's kind of become the sort of behind the scenes a little bit. So if you follow us, the links are scrolling across the top. So if you follow us on Instagram and Twitter, some of the celebrities have recorded thank you very much, I am playing the quiz tonight. So they'll be dropping over the next few days as a sort of a hint as to who we've got. So yeah, really, really looking forward to it. And do you know what? I wouldn't be in this position of being able to present a live pub quiz on a Saturday night on YouTube with celebrities asking questions if it wasn't for the support and you guys turning up. I mean, what are we now? Just under 123,000 people have tuned in. That doesn't include the room. That's just a connection. That doesn't include the rooms that have got people in. And, there's some Channel 5 shows that would be crying help for this audience, kind of an audience, which that's down to you guys. All I am, as you saw at the beginning of the live quiz tonight, I'm just an idiot who asks you all questions. So if it wasn't for, the media interest has come from you guys recommending that they talk to me. And I know there's other quizzes out there which, people can go and watch, and you guys have stuck in with me, which I love to bits. The birthday quiz last week, I think it took me until about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning to sort of let the adrenaline wear off, because your input and the messages and everything that went with it was just... It was mind-boggling. It was really, 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 really lovely of you. The messages and the donating to the fund that Alex set up. So I've got some new bits and pieces on order and what have you. So it's absolutely brilliant. Sorry, the message that's just come through is some more good news, so I will share that in a couple of weeks. Thank you, Jenny, if you are watching. I will share that in a couple of weeks. But yeah, so thank you. Oh, Guinness as well. An update on that. They've been superb. They have been absolutely brilliant, the guys at Guinness. So we will have some news hopefully next week. They are working so hard. I cannot fault them with it, because they have their guidelines that they have to work to, and they're cracking on and doing stuff behind the scenes. So I know they're watching. A couple of them watch. So, guys, thank you very much for what you're doing. Really, really do appreciate it. And yeah, for everyone who's reached out, sent a message, a lot of people have sent me messages saying, can we send you stuff, which is quite weird for me. Someone suggested during the week set up a PO box address, which I think is a bit of a brave thing to do. I could end up with all sorts, but I'm looking into that. So again, if it's really, really kind of all the things that you've been offering. And someone said, a message I got during the week saying, come and see us at Margate in our pub quiz when this is all over. I might take a couple of weeks off work when I'm back in and come and see all of you, because I think it would be absolutely lovely for me to come and sit with all of you guys and play a quiz. I think that would be something I quite enjoy. A little tour of some pubs in Britain, which then we'll take it to all the pubs in New Zealand. If someone wants to fund the ticket, that'd be great. I'll come out to New Zealand and say hi to some of the guys there and some of the guys in New York as well. So, yeah, going to get the quiz started in about 5 minutes. So if you've just joined us, good evening, welcome. My name is Jay. I am the host of the virtual pub quiz. If you're new to us, I will go through in a couple of minutes exactly what it is, how this works, this madness, this chaos. Oh dear. I think I'm going to need a stronger gin. I'm still trying to recover from the fact that the mic wasn't working. So, I must say a huge thank you as well to a friend of mine called Dave. I called him Des, so Des, thank you. He's the one that was responsible for the opening titles and stuff like that. My friend Paige did the original design for all the logos, and then Des took them on and he animated them all. So it looked a bit fancier at the start, which was quite nice, until I broke the microphone. And in terms, one of the things that's come up, and this is what's flooded my inboxes, the shout outs and stuff like that. I am trying to work out the best way to do it, because if you can imagine, you've got your friends and your family, you might get 2 or 3 messages a day. If you're really lucky, you get sort of maybe 10, 15, or if you're really, really popular, you might get 15 to 20, 30, whatever. The last count I had in the inbox was 1,500 that I was still trying to work my way through. So I'm not being ignorant, and when you guys post and what have you, I'm really not being ignorant. It's just trying to keep up with it is just, you start trying to reply to one and then 3 more turn up. So I'm trying to work out the best way to do it. So can't necessarily do it tonight, but I am working on it. It is work in progress to make sure that, because you guys have put so much into this, you come along. for me, it's weird. You're all sat in your houses and you've got me on your TVs and your phones and your tablets. I've just got a computer in front of me and I can just see myself. So I don't really know who's out there. You guys commenting, you're what makes this basically. So yeah, at the moment I am working on it. So please bear with me, and I'll try and go back through some of the others when I can work out how to do it. Might be that I can put them, as you can probably, hang on, where are we? There. So across the screen at the top, I might be able to put them on there. Ooh, need to clean my fingernail. Might be able to put them on there across the top, so you've got them scrolling through. So I'll tell you to keep an eye out for them, etc. So, good evening, welcome along. If you've just joined us, get the quiz started in about a minute because you'll. Usually you all start getting sick of me, getting bored of me now. So if you have just joined us, welcome along. And if you are new to us, this is how it works. We've got 50 questions split over 5 rounds. I will give you the round titles in just a second. All you need is pen and paper. If you're playing along with friends and family, fantastic. It's for fun. So don't Google. What's the point? There's no point Googling. We won't be mad. We'll just be disappointed. You're only sort of cheating yourself, really. So don't Google. It's play along at home fun. So just get yourselves comfortable. Grab yourselves a drink if you are drinking. Someone said to me the other day that I was asking them to drink far too much because I told them every 2 minutes to go and get another drink. So that's last week's. I was checking something. Right, there we are. So your round titles then this evening. So it's pretty much the same really, but we've got TV and film, sport and leisure, music round. I'm going to keep you all guessing on that as to what I've actually done this week. Science and nature after the break, and as always, general knowledge. No mental cheese involved in this one this week. So for those of you who are new, I make quite a lot of pronunciation mistakes. I make quite a lot of errors, and the slides, all the questions come up on the screen, all the slides, etc. There is always plenty of spelling mistakes, but I think I've written about 2,000 questions now in 3 weeks. So I'm only used to writing 50, 60 questions a week. So there are mistakes. So if you've finished, got your drinks ready, I've just realised that time is flying on tonight. So if you're ready, start putting it in the comments that you are ready to go. A lot of you are starting to get ready to go. Ready. Okay. So it's TV and film then to kick you off. It's only easy if you know the answer. And then let's get you started with question one. Excuse me. So question one. Quiz was a three-part drama based on which... Oh, hang on. Let's turn the live chat off. Forgot about that. Because otherwise you'll all end up in the comments in it. Enable live chat. Okay, so yeah, don't panic if you think that, because the live chat's gone. Right, okay, right, so yeah, don't worry that the live chat's gone. It's gone because people kept putting questions and what have you, and questions in, the answers in the questions. So, your first question is, Quiz was a 3-part drama based on which TV quiz show? So, Quiz was a 3-part drama based on which TV quiz show? Question 2. What got more viewers than Watts? Oh, hang on. There we go. What got more viewers, Den Watts serving Angie divorce papers or Princess Diana's funeral? So what got more viewers, Den Watts serving Angie divorce papers or Princess Diana's funeral? I know, I've sorted it. Question 3. Which American TV show, broadcast in the UK, its opening credits featured a helicopter performing various action moves? So which American TV show, broadcast in the UK, its opening credits featured a helicopter performing various action moves? There you go, there's a clue. Question 4. Which long-running British police drama series ended after 25 seasons or series in 2010? So which long-running British police drama series ended after 25 seasons in 2010? Question 5. David Hasselhoff found fame on which TV series first? Was it Baywatch or Knight Rider? So basically, which one came first? David Hasselhoff found fame on which TV series first? Was it Baywatch or Knight Rider? Question 6. How many films have there been to date in the wizarding world of Harry Potter? So how many films have there been to date in the wizarding world of Harry Potter? Question 7. Which film is missing from this list? Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and what? So which film is missing from this list? Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and what? Question 8. Ant and Dec played lead roles in which 2006 British comedy film? So Ant and Dec played the lead roles in which 2006 British comedy film? Question 9. In which film would you find the characters Denis Nedry, Ray Arnold, and Ellie Satler? So in which film would you find the characters Denis Nedry, Ray Arnold, and Ellie Satler? And finally, question 10. Robert De Niro, Jodie Foster, and Harvey Keitel starred in which 1976 psychological drama? So Robert De Niro, Jodie Foster, and Harvey Keitel starred in which 1976 psychological drama? Okay, so that is your TV and film. Let's move on then to your sport and leisure with question 1. Ooh, wrong way round. There we go. Question 1. Created by T.Y. Warner, what was the name of the soft toys that people went crazy for in the late 90s? So created by Ty Warner, what was the name of the soft toys that people went crazy for in the late 90s? Question 2. What were the colour of the robots in Rock'em Sock'em Robots? So what were the colour of the robots in Rock'em Sock'em Robots? Question 3. In the Black Lady version of the card game Hearts, how many points is the Queen of Spades worth? I've worded it that way because when I checked, there's a lot of versions of the game of Hearts. Some of them, the Queen of Spades is worth points, some of them it's not. So, in the Black Lady version of the card game Hearts, how many points is the Queen of Spades worth? Question 4. In which children's game could see players hardening their playing piece by baking or even boiling in vinegar? In vinegar. There we go, we've got a new one. There was always going to be one tonight. Hardening their playing piece by baking or even boiling in vinegar to get an advantage. We'll add that to general knowledge and Emma Mental. So in which children's game could see players harden their playing piece by baking or even boiling in vinegar to get an advantage? Oh dear. Question 5. Now a world famous event. What is the name of the hill that the annual cheese rolling competition takes place from? So now a world famous event. What is the name of the hill that the annual cheese rolling competition takes place from? Question 6. Despite lockdown, which sport launches a new championship from the players' own houses this Friday night? Tomorrow. So despite lockdown, which sport launches a new championship from the players' own houses this Friday night? Question 7. Has either snooker or pool, otherwise known as billiards for our friends across the water, ever been an Olympic sport? So has either snooker or pool ever been an Olympic sport? Question 8. Which Premier League footballer is currently completing mandatory military service in his home country? So which Premier League football player is currently completing mandatory military service in his home country? Question 9. Tragically, Sir Sterling Moss died this week, but how many F1 titles did he win? So tragically, Sir Sterling Moss died this week, but how many F1 titles did he win? Finally, in your sport and leisure round, question 10. In cricket, who has taken more career wickets? James Anderson or Ian Botham? So in cricket, who has taken more career wickets? James Anderson or Ian Botham? So that's your sports and leisure round. Now, if you've been with us for the last couple of weeks, this next round has probably been divided everyone more on Facebook than the infamous Name the Date round in the first week. So for the last couple of weeks, it's been music lyrics. For those of you who liked it, I'm afraid it has slightly gone. There is still one included. So I've got a few questions. First 5 are questions, and then something a little bit different for the last 5 questions. So let's get into your music round with question 1. So who sang Summer Holiday in 1963? So who sang Summer Holiday in 1963? Question 2. Who duetted with Eminem on Stan? Now, I should have put in there the original recording artist that duetted with Eminem on Stan, not Elton John. So who duetted with Eminem on Stan? So the original recording artist. It's only because as I read that, I forgot Elton John had done it. Question 3. Placido Domingo and Jose Carrera. Yeah, well, we'll give that a go. Jose Carrera and whom made up the 3 tenors? So Placido Domingo and Jose Carrera and whom made up the 3 tenors? I'm hoping I pronounced that right. Probably not. It's me. It probably hasn't been pronounced right at all. Question 4. Hearsay were an early 2000s pop group formed on which TV show? So Hearsay were an early 2000s pop group formed on which TV show? Question 5. Never gonna stop, give it up, such a dirty mind. I always get it up for the touch of the younger kind were lyrics from which song? Never gonna stop, give it up, such a dirty mind. I always give it up for the touch of the younger kind were lyrics from which song? I will pause for an extra few seconds because people wanted more time on the lyrics. Okay, so your next 5, I'm going to give you the titles of 3 songs, and all I need you to do is name the recording artist. So I'm going to give you the name of 3 songs, and all you need to do is give me the name of the artist. Starting with number 6, Bicycle Race, Fat Bottom Girls, and Friends Will Be Friends. Name the artist. So Bicycle Race, Fat Bottom Girls, and Friends Will Be Friends. So name the artist. Number 7, should be an easy one. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Eleanor Rigby, and Strawberry Fields Forever. So Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Eleanor Rigby, and Strawberry Fields Forever. Number 8, Daniel, Tiny Dancer, and Rocket Man. So name the artist. So Daniel, Tiny Dancer, and Rocket Man. Number 9, History, Steal My Girl, and What Makes You Beautiful. So name the artist. History, Steal My Girl, and What Makes You Beautiful. Finally then, your last question for this part. Getting Jiggy With It, Men in Black, and Boom Shake the Room. Who was the recording artist on those 3 songs? So Getting Jiggy With It, Men in Black, and Boom Shake the Room. Who recorded all 3 of those? Okay, so that is the end of the first part of the quiz. How have you got on so far? I'll give you a couple of minutes at this point, just so you can have a look with your answers. If you're playing in a team against others, you can get together and see if there's any of those that you want to argue over. And then one of the questions you've all been waiting for all week, how are the answers going to be displayed? Have I listened? That's the big question. Have I had time to do it the other way around? So, yeah, we'll be back with you in a couple of minutes. So we're going to take a short break. I'm going to go and get myself another drink, and then we'll give you the answers shortly. Now, this is the big test. Has my microphone come back on, especially after last week where I was sat here and gave out a very important message with regards to the NHS, and no one could hear me. So we did it again anyway, but hopefully you can all hear me. I'll turn the live chat back on now as well. Enable live chat. So the live chat should be coming back on shortly. Again, thanks very much to a friend of mine, Des, who put all the graphics that you've been seeing on screen tonight, put those together for me. So thank you very much to him. How are you all getting on? Yeah, live chat's back on, so feel free to fill that as quickly as you can, because normally, there it goes. Yay, messages coming through saying that you can hear me. Yeah, I know, mic's on for, yeah. That's gonna be me, isn't it? Microphone, not switch that on. Awfully pronounced words. So we'll give you another minute or so, because I know a lot of you like to argue over it, and a lot of you prefer a longer break. It is quite hard. You know, normally when you're doing a pub quiz, and you know, I've spoken to a couple of other quiz hosts who are doing, you know, their virtual pub quizzes over the last week, and this is the hardest thing for all of us sort of quiz hosts. When you're normally used to a pub where you've got up to, you know, between 30, 40, you know, sometimes even up to 100 people, you kind of know who's coming, and you know what level they're at, and you know what speed they're going to go at, and with here, I mean, what have we got? 172,000 people are currently watching this idiot asking questions. So it's going to be the broadest range of intelligences. It's going to be the broadest range of speed and stuff, etc. So I'm trying to make sure that I cater for everyone. So some weeks you might find it that you get 50 out of 50. Some weeks you might find that you'd be lucky if you get one. No, I don't want Adobe to update. Okay. Yeah, so sometimes you might find that you only get one right, and that's what it, it's also about quiz. So hopefully you'll learn something, and then when you go to a pub quiz and someone might ask that question again, what could that be if someone actually ran a pub quiz after lockdown finishes and it was like a whole round of mine? That'd be weird. I don't mind, they're more than welcome to. And I've said this before, I've always put the questions and the answers up over the weekend on the Facebook page. More than welcome to work, more than welcome to use them. I'm not going to lay claim to them. I write them, I spend a lot of time writing them, and I just hope that if someone did use them in a quiz, they credit it back to me. But other than that, you're more than welcome to use them. So, okay. Yeah. So... Right, if you're ready for the answers, stick ready, etc. in the answers, in the live chat. That'll do it. So, but yeah, hoping, I'm trying to make sure that I cater everyone. And I do listen as well. Like I said, I do listen. You're about to find out if I do listen about how we go through the answers. 20-second delay, so my live chat's about. Just seeing if they're coming through. Okay, if anyone did come in late, you can pause the live stream and drop back if you need to. And obviously with the announcement today as well, another thing I've just seen going through, announcement today, obviously we've got another 3 weeks of lockdown, so that means at least another 3 weeks. Until you all turn around and say you've had enough and you're bored. I hope not, because I'm quite enjoying doing this. I'm learning a lot. I learned about Game of Thrones. Right, I think we're all ready for the answers. So let's go to that screen there and then push that button. Right, here we go. So your answers then were... Question 1. Quiz was a 3-part drama based on which a TV quiz show? It was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And you've probably worked out quite quickly. I've listened. So you've got the answers one by one. Okay, number 2. Who got more viewers, Den Watts serving Angie's divorce papers or Princess Diana's funeral? It was Princess Diana's funeral. There was only about 1 million or so in it. Question 3. Which American TV show broadcast in the UK opening credits featured a helicopter performing various action moves? It was Airwolf. I used to remember watching that as a kid. Question 4. Which long-running British police drama series ended after 25 years? In 2010, it was The Bill. Could possibly also be a clue to somebody who's asking a question on Saturday, but I'll leave that to your own devices. Question 5. David Hasselhoff found fame on which TV series first? Was it Baywatch or Knight Rider? It was Knight Rider. Knight Rider came first. Question 6. How many films have there been to date in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? There have been 10. There have been 8 of the Harry Potter films and 2 of the other ones that have completely gone out of my head. Oops. Thank you. Fantastic Beasts. Completely went out of my head then. Number 7. Which film is missing from the list? Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz and The World's End. It is the Cornetto trilogy. 3 great films. Well, Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz are really good. World's End, yeah, it's okay. Question 8. Ant and Dec played the lead roles in which 2006 British comedy film? It was Alien Autopsy. Number 9. In which film would you find the characters Denis Nedry, Ray Arnold and Ellie Satler? It's Jurassic Park. Robert De Niro, Jodie Foster and Harvey Keitel starred in which 1976 psychological drama? It is Taxi Driver. Round 2, created by Ty Warner, what was the name of the soft toys that people went crazy for in the late 90s? It was Beanie Babies. What was the colour of the robots in Rock'em Sock'em Robots? It was red and blue. It's entirely up to you how you mark it. If someone's only got red, if you want us to give half points, that's down to you guys. I'm not getting involved. Question 3. In the Black Lady version of the card game Hearts, how many points is the Queen of Spades worth? It's worth 13 points. Question 4. In which children's game could see the players harden their playing piece by baking or even boiling in vinegar to get an advantage? It is Conkers. Question 5. Now a world famous event. What is the name of the hill that the annual cheese rolling competition takes place from? It is Cooper's Hill. Number 6. Despite lockdown, which sport launches a new championship from the players' own houses this Friday night? It is darts. Not a massive darts fan, but I want to see how that's going to work, so I'll be watching that. Question 7. Has either snooker or pool or billiards ever been in an Olympic sport? The question is no. Question 8. Which Premier League footballer is currently completing mandatory military service in his home country? It is Heung Min. Question 9. Tragically Sir Sterling Moss died this week. How many F1 titles did he win? None. Unfortunately. He's probably one of the greatest drivers ever to not win a championship. Well, him and David Coulthard. Question 10. In cricket, who has taken more career wickets, James Anderson or Ian Botham? It was James Anderson. Round 3, question 1. Who sang Summer Holiday in 1963? It was Cliff Richard. Number 2, who duetted with Eminem on Stan? It was Dido. Number 3, Placido Domingo, Jose Carreras, and whom made up the 3 tenors? It was Luciano Pavarotti. Hearsay were an early 2000s pop group formed on which TV show? It was... I've put Hearsay then. I do apologise. It's not. It's Pop Stars. Written the same thing twice. Pop Stars was the answer. Question 5. Never Gonna Stop. Give it up. Such a dirty mind. I always get it up for the touch of the younger kind. Were lyrics from which song? It's My Sharona. Bicycle. So name the artist on your final 5. Bicycle Race, Fat Bottom Girls, and Friends Will Be Friends was Queen. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Eleanor Rigby, Strawberry Fields Forever is the Beatles. Daniel, Tiny Dancer, Rocket Man, they were all recorded by Elton John. History, Steal My Girl and What Makes You Beautiful, they were all recorded by One Direction. And number 10, Getting Jiggy With It, Men in Black and Boom Shake the Room was Will Smith. So while you're adding up your scores, etc., I've just kept out the corner of my eye, you probably noticed I'm a little bit distracted with the comments. So 2 things. 1, Pop Idol was what Will Young was in. So it was Pop Stars that created Hearsay. And number 2, yes, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is how the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the classic that covers all the films, that is how it is described, which is why the answer's 10. So if you're marking people's answers and you want to give 8 for Harry Potter, that's fine. It's up to you. You guys are marking it. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but that is why the answers were as they were. The Harry Potter is the Harry Potter Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which includes the 2 Fantastic Beasts films, and Pop Idol is what Will Young and Gareth Gates and stuff were on when they created the band. It was Pop Stars. Okay, so I've just seen it going through and I'm trying to catch up on those. I'll give you another 30 seconds and then set that one up. So we've got 20 questions to go. Some good scores coming through that I can see just as it goes flying through. 21s, 25s, 26s, 17.5. So someone is giving away some half points. Okay, right. When you're ready for your final 20 questions, stick ready in the box. And if you want to be all over, if you want to get retweeted or on Instagram, what have you, Alex is on there. He's looking at the hashtags. He's seeing what we're being tagged in. So the hashtag and everything. Jay's virtual pub quiz. I've been waiting. He's not sent me a message yet. So We were possibly trending on. We were trending at number 5 on Twitter last week, which was really cool. So, right, just waiting for you guys to tell me you are ready for your final 20 questions. People are. I think a few people have accepted. Yeah, it's not Pop Idol. It was Pop Stars. I watched both. I was sad. I was only 18, I think, at the time. And that is always one thing as well that I used to say in my quizzes as well. The Quizmaster's always right. Okay, right. Ready's coming through, which is good. Right. So then you've got 20 questions to go. We've got science and nature and then general knowledge. Let's start off then with question 1, round 4, question 1. And turn the live chat off, because some people will just put all the answers in. So your first question is on screen, live chat's off. Okay, so question 1. How many ribs make up the human rib cage? So how many ribs make up the human rib cage? Question 2. What is the liquid part of blood called? So what is the liquid part of blood called? Question 3. Zn is the chemical symbol for what? So Zn is the chemical symbol for what? Question 4. Which animal are the Canary Islands named after? So which animal are the Canary Islands named after? Question 5. Which plant is on the Canadian flag? So which plant is on the Canadian flag? Question 6. Where in the human body is the limbic system? So where in the human body is the limbic system? Question 7. The Beaufort scale goes from 0 up to which number? So the Beaufort scale goes from 0 up to which number? Question 8. On the pH scale, which number indicates neutral? So on the pH scale, what number indicates neutral? Question 9. Which common garden machine was invented by Edwin Budding in 1830? So which common garden machine was invented by Edwin Budding in 1830? And finally, question 10 then. Which country opened the first commercial nuclear power station, opened in 1956? So which country opened the first commercial nuclear power station, opened in 1956? I just realised since I've had this shave, I've got like Homer Simpson's overbite. Oh no, that was an awful pout. Okay. So 10 more questions left in your quiz tonight. It's general knowledge. For those of you who've just joined us and are new, welcome along. General knowledge is because I misspelt it and then it's stuck. So even people are getting their kids now to say it's Gebral. Everything's Gebral. And there'll be no Emmental cheese in here either tonight. So let's go. Round 5, question 1. I've already mentioned him tonight, but what is the name of the astonishing man who at the time of writing has raised over £10 million for the NHS by walking? I know it's way over the £10 million mark now, but this was written yesterday, so... What is the name of the astonishing man who at the time of writing has raised over £10 million for the NHS by walking? Alex has just sent me a message. We are trending on Twitter, apparently just above Ross Kemp, so I might need to leave the country. Question 2. Who founded Microsoft alongside Bill Gates? So who founded Microsoft alongside Bill Gates? Question 3. Marshall, Sky, Chase and Rubble are characters in which children's TV series? I have a near 3-year-old. I have watched this on repeat. So Marshall, Sky, Chase and Rubble are characters in which children's TV series? Number 4, in which pantomime would you find the character Widow Twankey? So in which pantomime would you find the character Widow Twankey? Question 5. Fondue is the national dish of which country? So fondue is the national dish of which country? Yes, sometimes I write these questions deliberately. Question 6. What is the main ingredient of a rosti? So what is the main ingredient of a rosti? Question 5. Question 7 even. Which sport takes place at the Brickyard in the USA? So I'm just after a generalisation of the sport. But which sport takes place at the Brickyard in the USA? Question 8. How many months have 28 days? So how many months have 28 days? Question 9. Which colours make up the colour green? So which colours make up the colour green? And finally then, question 10, your last one of the week. Thursday night. What London landmark would you find enclosed inside the Elizabeth Tower? Or Elizabeth II Tower. Forgot that bit. So what London landmark would you find enclosed inside the Elizabeth Tower? Elizabeth II Tower. So that then is your quiz for this week. We will mark those shortly. I'll give you a couple of minutes to put your answers together, make sure you've got everything that you're happy with. So for those of you who weren't with us at the start, after the chaos of me breaking things and getting it working eventually, we've got another quiz live for you on Saturday. So for the next few weeks, it will be Thursday and Saturday night live. Thursday night stays like this, our normal pub quiz format and setting. Saturday night, gin's gone to me again. Saturday night is going to be, we're going to have a joint, it's going to be focusing on the charity, because as you know, I don't focus on the charity too much. The link's down below. If you want to donate, you're more than welcome to. So I don't sort of force you into it. It's there if you want to. We are doing something with the NHS on Saturday, so it is going to be a bit more focused. I'm still not going to be sitting there telling you to donate every 30 seconds. But we've got some key workers asking some questions. And we've also got a few celebrities popping in to ask some questions, which is just mad, really. There's 170,000 of you watching this tonight. It is just absolutely crazy. So thank you, as always, for your support, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. So thank you very much for all of that. So we've got a celebrity version. It will start with the celebrity charity version, starts at 8 o'clock on Saturday night. So we'll go through the answers in about a minute's time, maybe a little bit longer, just so you can get all your answers together. So if you're not following us, the hashtags, the social media handles are just going across the top. So we're on Twitter, on Instagram. Alex was sharing loads of people out last week. That's a very good point. I need a piece of paper. Ouch. To show you what we wanted. So Alex was sharing out last week. It was brilliant. Just seeing some of your pictures and everything coming back of how you guys are all playing along and what have you and where you are. It's absolutely superb. So thank you very much for that. Very much appreciated. There we go. Very much appreciate all of your support as always every week. It's you guys make this possible, and I know someone sort of I know how they meant it, but they said it's if you didn't do it we wouldn't be here. So it is. I know it's vice versa, but I still appreciate every single bit of support that you guys give. So thank you so much. Like I said, I am going to start trying to get some shout-outs, say hello to some of you, because it has become a massive community, especially on the Facebook page. So I'm going to try and get through some of your birthdays and stuff over the next couple of weeks. I am going to work a way of doing it and do it in the best way possible. But I do want to say hello to a very, very good friend of mine. He's been allowing his little one to stay up. So Charlie, good evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know you missed out on doing our escape room, but hopefully you've been enjoying the quiz. So I hope you... be awkward if your dad sent you to bed already, really, now, wouldn't it? But so hopefully, Charlie, you're still up. Right, when you're ready for your answers, if you want to put ready, 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 as always, in the comment, in the live text, and we will start going through the answers. Hopefully you've all pleased as well that the answers are up on screen as well. I know I saw a comment about, can I not change the colour? I can. It took me an extra hour and a half to, put the answers on. So I don't mind doing it because it's what you guys want. It's not a problem. But, this has always been a work in progress. And like I said, I never expected to be broadcasting to 170,000 people. So every time, every quiz, I'm learning something new. Like from last week, don't mute your microphone and then come back and forget to do it. Forget to unmute your microphone. So I'm learning all the time. This is not my day job by any short... Well, doing pub quizzes was my day job previously, but actually presenting live to all of you, it's not my day job. So I am learning things all the time. So and you guys have been coming on the journey with me. Some people have been here for all 4 of the weeks and have watched all of the specialist quizzes, which is really, really good. So right, you're all sort of ready. Let's get your answers then. Where are we? Answers for round 4 to 5. Okay, so here we go then. Your answers for your final 20 questions are this. So question 1 in round 4 was, how many ribs make up the human rib cage? It's 24. So question 2, what is the liquid part of blood called? It's called the plasma. Question 3, Zn is the chemical symbol for what? It's zinc. Question 4, which animal are the Canary Islands named after? They are named after a dog. I'm not going to offend the people of the Canary Islands by trying to pronounce the Canary Islands in Spanish. Question 5, which plant is on the Canadian flag? It's the maple leaf. Question 6, where in the human body is the limbic system? It's in the brain. Question 7, the Beaufort scale goes from 0 up to which number? It's 12. Oh, that's the funniest comment I've seen for ages, but I'm not going to give you the dignity. Question 8, on the pH scale, what number indicates neutral? It's 7. Question 9. Which common garden machine was invented by Edwin Bunting in 1830? It's the lawnmower. Finally, question 10. Which country opened the first commercial nuclear power station, opened in 1956? It was England. It's up to you if you want to give point for the United Kingdom. You're marking, not me, so it's entirely up to you, but the country was England. Round 5, question 1. What is the name of the astonishing man who at the time of writing has raised over £10 million for the NHS by walking? It is, we toasted him at the beginning, Captain Tom Moore. Number 2, who founded Microsoft along Bill Gates? It's Paul Allen. Number 3, Marshall, Sky, Chase and Rubble are characters in Paw Patrol. Number 4, in which pantomime would you find the character Widow Twankey? It's Aladdin. Number 5, fondue is the national dish of which country? It is Switzerland. I think there's a cheese that comes from somewhere around there as well, but I'm not sure. Another kind of cheese. Number 6, what is the main ingredient of a rosti? It's a potato. Number 7, what sport takes place at the Brickyard in the USA? It's a motorsport. Number 8, how many months have 28 days? It's 12. Every month's got 28 days at least. 9. Which colours make up the colour green? It's blue and yellow. But again, it's entirely up to you how you want to mark it. If someone's only got half. And your final question then was, what London landmark would you find enclosed inside the Elizabeth Tower? Big Ben. Or some people may have put the Great Bell, so I've put both the answers down. Obviously the nickname is Big Ben, but it is the Great Bell. So that is your quiz then for this week. How have you got on? Let's put myself on the right one. That one. How have you got on? Let us know, either in the comments as you're probably already doing. Let us know in those comments, or let us know on the Facebook page. I'll put a post up shortly when we've finished, so that you guys can let us know how you got on there. Or, if you want to, we've got Twitter and Instagram. Alex is currently feverishly already retweeting people on there. So if you want to let us know how you got on there, use the hashtag JsVirtualPubQuiz. So, as always, thank you very much for coming along on a Thursday night. I know there are probably other places, other things to watch, etc. But you've chosen to spend your time with me. So thank you very much. I do appreciate that. As always, and I keep saying it, I always say, and I really do appreciate your support. I said at the beginning of it, and everything seems to be working all right now. But yeah, thank you. Huge thanks to the two guys whose links are in the description. They've been brilliant by helping out with some equipment. So thank you very much to both of those. Again, if there is anyone out there who has got a bit of technical knowledge or knows how to set things up, then, or change things or what have you, then, please get in touch. And hopefully I'll be able to see your message at some point. If there's anything that you think, well, if you change this, tweak this, or have a look at this camera, that camera, whatever it might be, if you can get in touch and help us, because all I'm doing is just consistently trying to make this better. So I'm just looking at scores out of the corner of my eye. We've got 30s, we've got 40s. Some good scores this week. It looks good. So yeah, there's been some good scores this week. I'm being spoken to from out of the corner of my eye. I forgot to do it last week, but does anyone need a tiebreaker? If you do, just write in the comments you need a tiebreaker, and I'll find one as quick as I can, because I did forget. Keep my eye on the comments. But yeah, so as always, thank you so much for your support. Back to the 70s, I think it is tomorrow. Back to the 70s specialist quiz tomorrow. And then obviously live again on Saturday night with some celebrities asking some questions, which again is just nuts. Absolutely nuts. So one of them, I think, like I said, is on telly about now. But I don't know whether he was only doing 2 episodes with 2 of his friends or whether he was doing more than one series. So no, doesn't seem to be anyone saying about tiebreaker. If you desperately need a tiebreaker, I'll put one up on the Facebook page later on and put the answer as well. So everyone's dropping out at a rapid rate of knots. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there. I'll, if you want to carry on conversations, etc., if you want to message us, grab us on Twitter, Instagram. I'll put a post up on Facebook shortly, because obviously once this stream ends, that's it for everything. So thank you very much. As always, I will see you all again probably tomorrow for the 70s quiz, and then I will see you all live again on Saturday night. Hope you can join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And again, finally, if you do want to donate, feel free. It is down below. There's no pressure on it. The link's down below if you do want to donate. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all again soon. That was the wrong one. There we go. Thanks, guys. Okay, hang on. Right, I'm coming back. Right, I'm coming back because I've just seen a mountain of messages saying about a tiebreaker. Right, let me find one. So for those of you who are still commenting, I'm here. I'm finding one now for you. I'll post it in the Facebook page as well. Okay, right, so your tiebreaker, I'm still here. I think my audio is still on as well. So your tiebreaker question is, and I don't like doing this because I've borrowed it from another page. So Neil Armstrong was the first man to touch on the surface of the moon, but how many minutes later did Buzz Aldrin also join him on the moon's surface? That was the first one I've come to. So, Neil Armstrong was the first man to touch the surface of the moon, but how many minutes later did Buzz Aldrin also join him on the moon's surface? I'll give you 30 seconds. See, for those of you who stuck around, it's like a little sort of added bonus feature. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your answer then is 19 minutes. So 19 minutes. I'll stick that on the Facebook page in a bit as well. Right, I'm going this time. Thank you very much for all of you who stuck around, even though there wasn't really anything going on but then the tiebreaker. So thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.